Everybody grab a broom,
And we shall get started. Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome.
Hello. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up.
Up.
Up, you stupid ratty school broom.
Up.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once. Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school property. I want them returned in one piece.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Yes. Good. And lean. Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we? This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello! Nice day for a flight!
Made it! Did anyone else see that?
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year. Whoa! Our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Aha! Brilliant!
Oh, well done! Have a moment? I say, I watched you fly through those rings. I'd imagine you're ready for some... But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. Am I right in suspecting that a Slytherin like you might...
Kagawa seems strict. I wouldn't...
Kagawa won't even notice. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And Meowlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Tregower's whistle. This concludes our tour. Let's hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with...
Perhaps, but we did get in trouble, and Kagawa could hold it.
Rotten luck, that. I didn't think she'd see us. You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy... I could show her a thing or two if I had my own.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom, then?
If you can, you should. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Madam Kagawa.
No need to discuss it further. Losing points for Slytherin should serve as a deterrent. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that I teach you You're also welcome to drop by any...
If I could have
forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
I do like Madam Kagawa. Spintwitches is opened in Hogsmeade. I wish I could afford my own broom. Instead of using my brother's hand-me-downs.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Protego!
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks.
Albie Weeks at your service. Well, shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. Got a few rare U-weavers available. Wind-wisps too. No matter what...
Sounds quite the array of brooms.
What are we looking for today?
Oh, hard work and good luck go hand in hand. And the odd charm or two.
For all the folks most muggles I've met seem quite pleasant, yet so tiring visiting.
When you find it your passion, it's wise to seize it with muggle money makes no sense going at all. Sounds more like an ailment. Give you good old-fashioned...
Nice doing business with you.
Those that go to Azkaban never had a chance in the first place.
I've been told that.
That item is of the highest quality. That item is of the highest quality.
I console myself knowing that some stars out there have them more unfavored than not in life. I adore living in Hogwarts.
That item is of the highest quality. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice, you seem to be a flyer who might be in.
Go on.
Ha! Knew I... But you may notice that speed consistency tends... I have some ideas for enchantment. What I need is someone to conduct a... As it happens, an ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If I could complete work...
That sounds intriguing.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
Historic.
If it isn't Slytherin's newest broom talent.
Had the power to choose the other professors, then we could get rid of Muggleborns like Garlic.
I thought Professor Black would get rid of all the Muggle-born students. Too much to hope for, I suppose.
Hello, Imelda. Albie Weeks sent me.
Did he now? Still tink I tried to help him once. Why is he roping you into his broom tent? Caught wind of you showing off in
Seems someone's jealous of my skills on...
Me? Everyone knows that class is only for beginners. But for some reason, now people think you're competition.
Perhaps I am competition.
Enough of this. Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Slytherin.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
Made it. Missed one. This is rather fun.
Glad to see I'm still the reigning. But what say you?
Ready when you are. This is rather fun. Now that's more. Success. Excellent. Did it? Excellent. Made it. That wasn't too bad.
That's not... You must... Don't think this is over.
Surely my win means...
You're not terrible, but you're still...
Challenge accepted then.
Perhaps you have what it takes after. But don't get your hopes up. Then next course, you can try to prepare. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard... We'll see next... What are you doing?
I suspect... Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Oh, you're back! With something to report, I hope?
Mr. Weeks, I was able to...
Incredible! Miss Ray's must have been...
A little turbulent, and it's wanting for a bit of... I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain...
Oh, thank you. Even the naysayers will be full...
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this up... How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed?
He said it was a creature-induced injury, but I don't think so. Reckon he was still trying to levitate himself without magic.
Goodness.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins.
Goblins? Werewolves? Where were you?
Leviosa! Professor Weasley?
Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I don't plan to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom, your first... Thought he might help you use the room once you've found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco. I suggest you practice the one. Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs. Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Incendio!
Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own. Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them!
Revelio.
No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Levioso. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Accio.
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Levioso! Levioso!
I hope that house elf can find us in here.
Revelio!
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deek will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deek, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deek was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deek was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deek is honored to meet you.
Deek has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deek. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deek, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deek's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed. You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
Potato! I imagine the desk of description.
It will. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in...
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of... Very good. Spellcrafts are like... You should have acquired some for a potion.
I did. Where can I find the resource?
While resources such as moonstone, they can also be collected by vanishing objects.
I see.
You can indeed... Why don't you give it a try? Go in. You should find both familiar since they'll resemble... Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deek will be here to answer any questions you may.
I will be sure to speak with Dee.
Good luck.
Seen this many plants here before.
Protego! I'm ready for the next lesson.
Very well. First, you can acquire it by vanish. Return to me once you've gathered.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Revelio. Accio.
Over here.
Bit of snot on your nose.
Spare a moment? I could use your help.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl.
First, let me thank you for what you...
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention.
Well, you took the fall for me.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was...
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft.
Revelio.
We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. He trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily.
Revelio.
Never been caught.
I know Ominous. Met him in our common room. I've noticed He
does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose.
Is that how he found this place?
I've never heard anyone else speak of it. Again, mention this to no one.
Of course. Ominous spoke to me about his family when we first met. To say that he has no love lost for them isn't...
Glad you understand. Anyway, the Undercroft has...
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an
A proper magical education ought to include all...
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to... But you should learn it. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther than that of a spell like Incendio.
Confringo!
Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
You'll get used to it. That's it!
I think I've got it.
Well done.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo,
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been...
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Haven't been here in some time.
I'm sorry about your sister.
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. Well, meeting a new student will be...
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers.
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found. Might it have something to do with Victor...
Nothing gets past you.
Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I wound up there after the dragon attack. There was this port key that...
A port key? To Gringotts?
Well, it's all a bit convoluted.
I'm listening.
The book I found in the restricted section was missing some pages. That's about it.
Pity. Didn't think you'd disappoint me with so vague an answer. I suppose with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello, Ominous. I was just heading to our common room.
I've recognized that voice. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one's... You breathe a word about this place to anyone. My father is friends with the headmaster.
You needn't threaten me. And Sebastian is a good friend.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets some... Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Incendio.
He said it was a creature-induced injury, but I don't think so. Reckon he was still trying to levitate himself without magic.
Goodness. I didn't know that was even possible.
It's not.
Did he say what it was like?
Said they took him to a ward that felt as though it belonged in a lodge. Lots of wood on the walls, he said.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once... completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes. I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves. To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. Map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess the potential and power of which will unlock. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, trials that you must... Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the Portkey, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designate in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have... They will test your ability, but of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials. You will need patience. The trials have...
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig, Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding... We may already be too late.
This is grave news, indeed.
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials...
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I don't think I have. Perhaps your young friend is not as well traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as...
Until then.
Incendio! Confringo!
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you have done that, come and see me.